Hello.
Welcome to
Friday Brew Review.
live from Richmond in an old basement. Today we are looking at
Two brews.
two brews.
Yeah.
The first of the two is Oyster Stout from Porterhouse Brewing Co. in Dublin, Ireland.
Yes. It's a gently flavored stout and has roast malt character. Tom, can you tell the people at home here a little bit about roasted malt and what exactly that means for a beer flavor?
What it means is that the malt has been roasted to give it a richer, more
burnt toast flavor, like a cocoa flavor.
cocoa. Yes, I'll say that over burnt toast.
Okay.
So these come with a nifty little grenade pin type thing that you use. So we're going to try and.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of these before. Do you just kind of pull it off?
Just.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
All right.
But you can't save this cap. For all those cap collectors out there, they're gonna be
Oh, you can save
very
it.
disappointed because mine's quite destroyed. So.
Obviously, did not remove it with a cap collector's light touch. Okay, so
I got my Stella glass.
and I got my Chimay glass.
So let's go ahead and pour. Alright. Oh, I got a lot of head on mine. Check that out. See, clearly, he is a man of experience and I am a man of science or something.
Really understand the science of carbonation.
Alright, well, let's just give mine a little bit to settle here and
It's okay. It's a good.
we'll give it a sniff. What's your
little,
smell impression?
Yeah. Smell.
Do you have a
Okay.
smell impression?
Yes, you can smell the.
Definitely smells like a porter. It has that kind of sweet smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's characteristic of a porter.
Yeah, it sure is.
Okay, good. So, how is this gonna taste different than, say, like a Guinness?
Well, I have to taste it first.
Alright, well, let's do that then.
Let's do that.
I'm gonna just try to get right through this big old cake of foam. Wow.
Huh.
That is way sweeter than a Guinness.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw that right out there.
definitely sweeter.
That is very sweet. I'm gonna give it another taste here.
Sounds like a good plan.
It's very unique, actually. I can't say I've had very many porters that taste quite like this.
You feel about the aftertaste.
It's coming up early,
Yeah, it's almost there right away.
you know. I have, like, occasionally you'll have a porter and, you won't even taste the aftertaste for the first couple swigs. And, sometimes you'll have 2 or 3 of them. Well, I know I'll have 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, this is definitely present. It's only a 5.2%, so it's not gonna poof you in the throat, but
It kind of boofed me a bit. Not gonna lie to you.
so we just say a medium poof.
Okay. Alright. That's the official measurement we're going with. Medium boof. It is smooth, though. It's really smooth.
It's really smooth.
It goes
yes.
down really smooth. And I guess a
Down
lot of
easy.
porters are like, a higher percentage. This one's only 5.5, so.
It depends. But yeah, I like it. I could have this on the deck
Yeah.
with a burger in the summer.
I'd recommend getting out of the basement. We're in the basement right now, but I'd recommend if you buy an oyster,
You gotta bust this out of the basement.
bust it out of the, yeah. This is not for a night of excessive drinking. This is for a,
This is the first thing you have on a night of excessive drinking.
yes, okay. Which is precisely why we had it first. Coming up later in the show, we have a very special
My favorite
beer.
beer. Yeah.
So stay tuned for that one.
Coming up later.
Yeah. So, while we're drinking this, why don't you tell us a little bit about, I don't know, a little bit about beer, a little bit about hops. There's going to be a lot of mention of hops, and I guess
Save hops. Save hops for later.
we're going to save hops. Okay, well, stay tuned for hops. But, well, you know.
Yeah, let's just sit back and enjoy this.
What's there to say about this good stout? You know, the more I drink it, the more I get kind of like this. Do I taste floral? Is that correct? Because I swear I do. I swear I do.
Yeah.
Oyster stout.
Oyster stout.
Yes. Yes. Oh, look at this. I haven't even poured my whole beer.
Yes, because you
Because
half-handed that. You half-handed that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. See, Tom drinks his beer like water occasionally, but when it goes down this smooth, who wouldn't?
Oyster porter. When it goes down this smooth,
Who wouldn't? There you go. That one's free. The next one will cost you, Oyster. Well,
so at the halfway mark, what's it doing?
You know, I gotta say, usually with the aftertaste, it comes up and it almost ruins the beer. You know what I mean? Like, I had I think it was Okanagan Springs has a porter, and I think it's, I can't remember what it's called. Do you remember?
Is it that 9% one?
Yeah, it's like this 9% porter, and it's like their darkest one. And if it's like just the right temperature and it's been a long day, like that goes down so smooth. But after you've had, you know, a beer of it, you go on to number 2, and all of a sudden that aftertaste creeps up, and it overpowers it to the point where you can't even enjoy the second half of your drinking experience.
Well, the alcohol taste is more prevalent in that, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that it overpowers, whereas this, it almost gets better.
Yeah, the roasted kind of aftertaste builds up as you drink it. And it's really sweet.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely tasting floral notes in this. But I mean, you be the judge. I recommend it personally. I think this is very good.
I would definitely recommend this.
This is excellent, actually. So, yeah, nice, easy drinking porter. I was saying earlier about how, you know, because these roasted malty beers have a certain kind of almost a cocoa flavor to them. And oftentimes you'll see them in the store. There'll be like a chocolate. They'll have that kind of like a chocolate ale. It doesn't actually taste like chocolate, but I was wondering, like, could you pair them with different kinds of food? You know, like what would you pair with food besides just having, like, you know, burger and fries?
Well, I was gonna say it would be great with a burger. I don't know. I like stouts with steaks, meat, beef.
Steaks, meat, beef. Stick with the cow.
Yeah.
No pigs allowed.
Cow.
Nothing,
and a stout.
Nothing with wings. You know. So yeah, I'd say this is pretty decent.
Definitely.
And I'm just going to go ahead and finish this right away because I don't want you guys to have to sit and watch me drink this for 10 minutes. So, you know, bottoms up.
Just do a big swig, and then what does that do?
Oh, what does that do?
A big swig.
The big swig. I liked it. I did. It tasted the same, except bigger. And, you know,
The big
bigger's,
swig.
bigger's better.
Makes it bigger.
Yeah. So, on that note, I think we should move on to beer
Are we
2.
moving on?
I think we should move on here. There's not any left here. I think we're done.
We are
All
done.
right, glasses aside.
All right.
Beer
Next
2.
glass is out. Beer 2.
I have the King glass this time. It's a bit too big. But,
Okay, so there it
let's
is.
not worry about that. This is
My
Tom's
favorite ale.
favorite beer.
It's West Coast IPA by Green Flash.
I have never had this beer, and I'm excited to taste Tom's favorite beer in the world. And it better be good, because it was like $9. Is that how much it was? It was $8. $7.99. Oh, that was pro. Did you see that? Did you see that little coming off as the cap flew off? That's it. That's an indicator of a good time. All right, I'm gonna give this a good sniff.
All right.
Okay, I can smell the hops. Now, speaking of hops.
Oh yeah, this is why we save the hops.
So hops.
So
What is it? What does it do? Why is it used? For all those viewers who are beer ignorant as I.
beer ignorant. Okay, let's see if I can what I can say. Basically, hops adds flavor. It bitters the ale, and it makes it wonderfully delicious.
With floral notes
Floral
sometimes,
notes,
citrus notes sometimes.
Depending on the hops you choose, it can be citrus notes, floral notes, grapefruit
Grapefruit notes.
and
It's musically delicious. Yeah. So,
and yeah,
and why what are we trying to cover up with these hops? The bitter, right?
if it it would
Except,
be super sweet without something to make it to bitter in a bit.
yeah. So I guess it's just up to the discretion of the craft brewer experts as to exactly what combination they're going to use.
This, I believe, has 3 different kinds of hops.
Let's read the bottle here.
Let's read the bottle.
We got grapefruit zest. We got unique fruitiness. We got Simcoe. We got... Oh man, this is a menagerie.
Simcoe for
It's
fruitiness
yeah.
and grapefruit zest. Columbus for strong hop pungency.
Columbus.
And Centennial for pine and citrus. Centennial is the most common.
This is a great explorer of beers.
The most common kind of hops used by, craft brewers. But yeah, see, it's got a lot of stuff going on. So I think we should do a little.
So it's they know what they're doing because
yeah, you read this.
they're using the terminology.
Even if you don't know what it means, oh well, that is legit. Okay.
Let's go for a little less
for
head for the
yeah.
second round.
This is going to be less heady than the porter for sure.
Yeah, so we're just gonna.
Right.
I'm gonna encourage a little bit of head. Nothing wrong with
nice,
a bit
right?
of encouragement. Now, what I like about this is this glass is huge, but the bottle is too. So I think that was a pretty good pouring. Personally, I think that was pretty decent.
That's a good looking little thing there.
Yeah, it's a good looking little thing. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. All right.
Okay, so
yeah.
smells.
Smells.
Oh, I got a little bit of that foam right up my nose there. I don't know if anyone saw. Hopefully not.
So it smells. I love the smell. It's sweet.
Very sweet.
Sweet, but you can smell.
But not like the sweet of our old friend downstairs here.
Old friend Oyster.
I know. He's sweet entirely differently. You got definitely the citrus, Oh, for sure. Very, very sweet.
Oh, man.
I'm going to give it a good sip here.
Give it a whirl.
Oh. That is very good. That is extremely good. Now, one thing I noticed right away is the grapefruit taste is, to use your term from earlier, prevalent. However, it is very prevalent, but it's not so sour. Like, I don't know if you ever had like an Amnesiac by Phillips. That's a very, very good brew. The grapefruit's there. It's so tart though. Like, this is so sweet.
It's more balanced.
Yeah, and it doesn't like when you go when you take a sip because
Because the the bitterness is evened out with more of the floral flavors, right?
Yeah. I can definitely got some floral in there too. And I wouldn't think that drinking a flower would be all that nice, but it really works here.
It's very lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No. What? Is there anything in this beer that something that you can put your finger on that just makes it that much better than any of your other beers that you really, really enjoy?
I don't know. It's just the balance is pretty much perfect. I've had other IPAs that just are super bitter, and those are good. But
if you want a nice bitter
sometimes
time,
you're in the mood for that kind of, punch you in the face,
yeah,
makes
I
you
was just gonna
sneeze.
say, sometimes you want to get punched in the face, like in Fight Club.
Yeah.
But not today. I think I'm quite enjoying this sweet balance of delicious.
Yeah, it's just perfectly balanced. This is what I use as a measuring gauge when I'm judging an IPA, basically.
Have you ever had one that was sweeter than this?
I don't think so.
So, if you want to get Tom to like a beer, make sure it's extra sweet, because,
No, I wouldn't say that. Usually I don't look for sweetness in an IPA, but yeah.
There's definitely that.
Because it's not just sweet. You get the bitterness,
Yeah.
and then the floral notes come in as an aftertaste.
You get the bitter, it's in the back of the tongue where it should be.
Yeah.
And
right in the tonsils.
Well, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it goes down.
Yeah.
The bitterness hits you in the tonsils, and then you breathe out with your nose, and the floral aroma of the
brew
yeah, washes over your senses, and you're just like, yeah, that's good.
It's a whole experience. It's an up and out and around.
No, it's an in, up and out and around.
Yeah.
Like Tai Chi.
It's Tai Chi in a cup.
Yeah.
A lot of people need more balance in their life. And for that, I recommend West Coast IPA by Green Flash Brewing Company. That is really good. It is.
Yeah.
Kind of like coffees. They have more balanced coffees, and they have ones that really have one distinguishing feature. And a lot of times, it's just like you take a swig of a beer and it's just like pine tree, Or you take a swig of a beer and it's, like you're saying earlier, grapefruit. And you're just like, oh, I'm eating a grapefruit, But
this is just like taking a swig of a beer and,
yeah, that's right.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So, keep up the good work, Green Flash. And I think we'll be returning with another Green Flash in the weeks to come. I'm definitely interested to see what else they can pull out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's legit.
Any final comments? I keep on rotating my glass, just like looking for my label. There's always a label on like one side of the glass. I keep on rotating it, trying to find it. Never comes. I think you planned that.
I'll give him a label this glass. That'll confuse him. He'll be rotating all show.
Yeah. They get to hear. Alright, guys. Well, I'm Daniel, and
I'm Tom.
And
this is the Friday Brew Review, live from Richmond.
And thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Happy drinking.
Comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Alright. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
See you later.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's right there.
Alright.